This is, oops, here we go. Waiting for the video to, yeah, there we go. This is the Desert Shaman, Thunder, previously known or sometimes known as Wakia, which is thunder in Lakota. Been reviewing some of my past videos, and I always used to come on with the statement, in the spirit of Crazy Horse or in the spirit of Geronimo. Good way to preview a video. Good way to preview what I do. And this is my channel. And I got quite a track record. I was reviewing some of my videos from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And sometimes I surprise myself when I watch my videos, because sometimes that's the only way that you can find out about your track record. And as a shaman, I always like to feel I'm in tune, or in tune with the Akashic records, in tune with the universe. And that has to do with prophesying sometimes. Kind of astound myself that some of the stuff that I said 6, 7 years ago, or some of the stuff that I was covering, was prophetic. Sometimes you don't give yourself enough credit, and of course it's always good to be humble. But you got to give credit where credit's due. And as I review my videos, I have nailed things. For those of you who are just coming in, I have nailed things for quite some time, and have been talking about things for quite some time. Way ahead of my time. Way ahead of my time, before all these, the new breed came in, you know, the truthers and the patriots and the alternative news and this and that. As I look back, I was way before any of that ever attempted to make an appearance on the YouTube. So that leads me to believe that got to give credit where credit's due. Got tons of videos in the archives, talked about everything imaginable. I'm gonna show you right now on YouTube some of my videos in the archives. So here is my channel, Desert Shaman. We're on videos here. Let's go down. Look, let's scroll down and scroll down. And scroll down, and scroll down, and scroll down. Why do they got these things popping up? Scroll down. We'll scroll down some more, and we'll just kind of scroll down. Look at all this stuff. Look at some of the titles of the stuff that I've covered here. And I'm telling you, we're going way back here. Going way, way back. Covered everything. So that's it. I mean, there's more. I mean, I could go on and on and on. What is there, 500 or something? Could be. Now, see, when I was doing these videos back then, I really didn't have the technology, or I couldn't show screenshots and stuff like that. It was fun just to go on and talk. Wax and wane, wax on, wax off. And I did talk about many, many things, from Native American history to all the events that have been going on for the last 10 years, way ahead of the game, predicted the pandemic, predicted the what's happening, basically, and was covering what was happening in Ukraine and with Russia. You know, this stuff's been, I mean, as I go back, I look at this stuff and I go, wow, this stuff has been, I've been covering this stuff for, well, 2014 is when the big coup happened in Ukraine. I was covering that. Covered all kinds of incidents that arose and faded away, Jade Helm, but all that stuff's still really here. And I talked endlessly about the corruption of the government, about brainwashing, about raising your consciousness, about having the spirit that, connecting with the spirit that moves in all things of Mother Earth. I mean, way, way back a long time ago. I have been beating the same drum. And you know what? I'm proud of it. Now, at times, you know, I've diverted, and my viewers know this, I divert into different things to make myself more appealing, let's say, to the YouTube community. What a waste of time that is. I mean, I've diversified a little and gone off into different areas that I thought could bring me more viewers, maybe, or more exposure. That's like a striving after the wind. You know, you got to just stick to what you know and speak from the heart. Chante ishte, from the one eye of the heart. That's how you have to, that's the road that you have to walk, okay? The truthful road. And I've talked truth from day one. I've talked truth for many, many years. And I gave a spin on some of the stuff that was happening in the world that brought enlightenment to a lot of people, okay? And I'm going to continue to do so. I'm going to just be more relaxed and get back. As I watch some of these old videos, I'm like, I'm just going to relax and talk about anything I want to. So that's the way it's going to be. I notice this, I hope this video isn't jumping because I'm noticing. See, that's another thing. The technology now is like, it's kind of friggin' hard to figure out how you do all these things. You got people doing shorts, and I got some shorts for you. I mean, personally, I don't watch shorts at all. I think they're kind of stupid. Just do a short video. I mean, you know, I realize people have the attention span of a fucking gnat, but it's really pathetic when you gotta do a short to attract people's attention. Oh, and they watch it. See, that's the kind of world we live in. That's the kind of world we live in now. People don't have any kind of attention span. They can't sit and listen to somebody tell a story. Now, I notice in a lot of my videos, and that's what I am, basically, a storyteller, wisdom keeper, shaman. And I give viewpoints that are way, way outside the envelope, way outside the box most of the time. Things that make people think, I hope. There's just so much stuff going on in the world right now that people need help. People need a different viewpoint, a different... And see, I never came from the talking head viewpoint or the alternative news News from Thunder. No, I never went that route. I just talk about things as if you were sitting in a room with a medicine man or shaman or wisdom keeper or whatever. And yes, I think I've earned that title 10 times over. Titles are nothing, though. They're nothing. You know what you are or what you aren't. Doesn't matter. People can believe you or not believe you. To their detriment, maybe. I consider all things, I'm an open-minded person and always have been. But then I have to come to some conclusions about what's going on around me. Definitely. It ain't a pretty picture. Hasn't been for quite some time. This whole steamroller thing, propaganda thing, and deep state thing, and well, we could call it Big Brother, because back then I would have called it Big Brother, or back then I would have called it, Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, or George Orwell's 1984, except we're way beyond 1984. And here's another thing. It doesn't matter. I was talking about diversifying my channel and doing this and doing that. Doesn't really matter because YouTube's been on my ass for years, so I don't think it matters what I do. I think they have like a governor, like a governor on a gasoline engine or something. We'll only allow so many views and we'll only allow so many subscriptions. But you know what? I'm just satisfied that my work's out there. There's archives. I mean, people are not too with it if they don't at least check out my archives and what I've been doing all these years. Yeah, I know, sometimes it sounds like I'm beating my own drum. Boom, 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 boom. Well, yeah, I am. But it's not coming from a place of ego. Not at all. Not really. It is what it is, as my son would say. Pretty true, too. Kind of an overused term, but pretty spot on. Like other terms, like chuck it in the fuck it bucket, and or just fuck it, Those are slang terms for detachment. Those are chuck it in the fuck it bucket is a slang term for whatever, that higher level of consciousness. Of course, people don't realize that, even with their silly little memes. They don't realize what they really want to do. What they really want to do is chuck it in the fuck it bucket, not worry about shit. And I've presented different ways to do that through consciousness raising techniques and talking about levels of frequencies. Oh, I found one video I did. I'm going to post some of these. I'm going to redo them, post them on here. And I always put from my archives in the back so you know it's an older video. And you could probably, like I said before, tell that just by looking at me. I got a few more gray hairs. Oh well. But then again, some ways I look like I'm youthing, so I can't figure it out. Maybe I'm an immortal. Who knows? In which case, you should really be listening to me, shouldn't you? The ancient sage, been around for many, many lifetimes. In this lifetime, had many reincarnations of the I self. And always, I have the I really am glad that I can go back and see some of the stuff I was saying 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Because I can see where my consciousness has improved or hasn't improved or has gone up or down, or what frequency I was on at the time and where I was coming from. And it's funny, as you go through life, you probably forget more than most people knew in the first place if you're on an enlightened level. But it's all still there. It's all the same thing. It's all that higher level of awareness, The higher level of awareness. The witness, the watcher. Watching the I self. Trying to stay out of your own way. Yeah, so I just thought I'd talk a little bit today. Wax on, wax off. The Karate Kid, I used to do that all the time. Remember that? Wax on, wax off. Okay. That's called diligence and dedication and discipline, which most people don't have a clue of in this day and age. Hey, another thing I was going to talk about while I'm here is I used to have a group called the Campfire Council. I still have a group on LinkedIn called Campfire Council. You can go on there and look it up. If you want to join, do so, because that will allow you to communicate with me and others in the group. There's only about 6 people, and I don't know if they're even active, but I used to have a Google Groups. There used to be a thing called Google Groups, and you could go on there and you could create a group, and you could interact and post stuff like your own private internet. Well, they took that down after years and years and accumulating members. All of a sudden you just got a notice one day says, oh, we're going to discontinue Google Groups. Well, when did that come in? Well, that came in about the same time that they were, installing new censorship protocols on the internet. The whole internet changed overnight. I'm telling you, it was about, well, it wasn't overnight. It was probably took about a month totally to give people 30 days notice to vacate their Google Groups and all that bullshit. And I'm telling you, I had a pretty strong group going, Campfire Council, which was based on sitting around a campfire and talking like Geronimo and the crew would have done. Making plans, keeping each other aware, giving each other in the group a heads up as to what's going on, they need to be aware of. Coming from a shamanistic point of view, an indigenous point of view. I'm going to start that group up again. Well, it's like I say, I had to migrate, try to find some place to do that group, and it ended up being on LinkedIn. So, yeah, I'll post the link either in this video or I might post it in this video. It'll say Campfire Council in the show notes, I guess. Let's see if we can get some people coming in there that watch this channel that have been long-time viewers, or people that are interested in shamanistic, indigenous, Native American, living off the earth, living with the spirit that moves in all things. Actually, the Campfire Council started off as a more indigenous thing, but that was good because it still is an indigenous thing. It's all inclusive of the complete world of shamanism and visiting different realities and seeing things from a different viewpoint. So I may start that up again. And like I say, if you do join, it's a thing where you can talk to each other through the group personally, email or post right in the group. I think you can do that. I'm not sure, but we'll find out, won't we? So, I don't know. I could talk about some things in the news today, but I think I'm just going to leave it with what I've said so far. I might name this video My Track Record for those who are interested, or for those who happen upon this channel. Yeah, I just have to shake my head when I look back. I just have to shake my head and go, wow, I was the only one of the only people that were doing this, spreading truth and talking about the government and talking about psychological operations and talking about upcoming pandemics and what they were going to pull on us and how they were make people zombified and all the videos I got on there about Geronimo and the Hopi people. Hell, I did a documentary on the Hopi people that I think it got, 5,000 views or something. So anyway, just shooting the breeze. Nice day here in the desert. A little sunnier today. That's okay. All right, this is Wakia. Thunder, in the spirit of Crazy Horse and Geronimo. Until next time.